Good morning. Today I started very early. I just finished my coffee and I ran to make another video and to put another property on the market. As I mentioned to you, it was really rainy last 3-4 weeks, almost every day, and sometimes whole days were raining. So now I need to make videos every day, maybe no more, not only one, maybe 2 videos. So after the yesterday one, now I'm in the village called Cerova Curia, which is just 15 minutes away drive from VT, and VT people knows what it is. It's a Veliko Trnovo town, the nearest town, one of the most beautiful towns in the area. And here we are over there where the bridge is. It's a turn right and we are going to the square of the village. So this property is just behind the square, and between the property and square there is a stream. I don't know if you can hear or not, but it's obviously a stream which is like a small river. And yeah, here is the access. You can see the proper asphalt tarmac road, and now we're going to see the fence from this side, the road side of the property. Then we're going to see inside the garden area, and then we're going to see the house. This is the most interesting house I ever seen, and it's like one of my friends say, it doesn't look Bulgarian house. And I think people who used to build this house many years ago, first of all, they were rich people, and second, the way it's been built, I think the project came from abroad, maybe like an old Victorian house, or maybe from somewhere from America. I don't know. It looks like the projects, the idea of the house to be built like this being stolen from somewhere not in Bulgaria. So now let's show you where the fence starts. You can see it's a proper stone fence with some bricks above it with a plaster. So this is where the property fence start or end, doesn't matter, because it will say, we will say start because we start from here. Proper stone masonry and a brick. So you can see there's some kind of a plaster missing, but you can always paint this one and fix it, because it's not being painted for a while, for many years. So obviously it's not a problem. Structurally the fence is really good. You can see the masonry, and you can see it's called a dry masonry. You can see all the rest of the stones. You can just look at them. It's just a bit here, it's just a bit moving, you know, there's some twistment, and which is not that much bad. And obviously all these concrete color above, you can see there's some swallows, but very small, and you can see this concrete color is holding this fence, so shouldn't be a problem. And it's like this for many years, and you have these bricks above. So maybe could be some kind of a repairman work, but it's not necessary. It's not need to be done straight away, and it could be, even in my opinion, left like this another 20 years, won't move it, I think. Yeah. So, and here we have this small door, which is obviously the access to the house. And later we're going to see that there is another street, which is a dead end street behind the house, and it's like a street belongs to the house, not by paperwork of course, but it belongs to the house because it's a dead end and it's finished where the house is. So you can go from there as well to the upper level of the garden. Let's have a look here. See the wall again, it's not bad, and there is some like a drainage pipe. You can see there is some crack here, which showing some movement. But then with this concrete color, this is a very important concrete color, which locked and stopped the movement of the stones. Otherwise, look at this, is a big huge wall, stone walls. A lot of stones has been put here, and it looks like mainly 95% the fence is really in a good condition. And you can see it's continue up to in this type is going up to over there. You can see it's a big long fence with a big long building, plus including that one. So from this old barn, which is, the roof is missing, the barn is still on the map, and etc. So the building is there. It could be renovated, it could be finished properly. So from this building all the way down with a bend. It's just the street side of the property. I'm going closer now so you can have a look and see the good stonework. This is amazing stonework done many years ago, which kept these walls still to be like they are. And here you can see some of the fence is different because this was used to be a barn, and this barn needs to be renovated if the people want, or you can just remove the barn, put a proper fence here and just leave it like this. You can see there's a stones and everything, which is a proper stones. And you can see my friends, two geese. Look at this. This could be a beautiful building if anyone wants to restore. Even you can make it smaller than it was. Doesn't matter. Shouldn't be a bigger. If it's like a size of a, I can't remember, the owner mentioned to me what was the size. I will look at the later of the deed. And when the people come to view it, and if interesting, we'll share. But if the size, for example, is 50 square meters, you always can build buildings like that size or less. No more, of course, but this is here, and you can use the stones, lower the level if you want, make a proper roof with another extra few accommodation rooms. But you're going to see that the house is full with options and apartments and rooms. Yeah, so here we can follow and check what is the situation with the fence. Doesn't look that much bad. Good, I can say, even with a concrete color above. Some tiles missing, but it's still good. Let me try to go closer as much as possible, as it is overgrown a bit. And it's nice early in the morning to go in these bushes. Look at the fence over there and up, continue up to there. And this is where the garden of the house is. Okay, so this house has access from three streets. Yeah, so this is one of the streets, a proper asphalt road. You can make an access here. When you do this barn, renovate it to a building or accommodation, you always can have separate access from here. So never people go to your garden, which is good. This is as accommodation or for an old family, for like a parent's house or for children's house. You have a lot of options with this property. So I'm getting closer again to the fence to show that it's not bad at all. And I think it's a proper one. You can see from here. Yeah. Okay. Now, look at this. I'm trying to do my best to show, but it's obviously only the part next to the barn is demolished. Otherwise, all the rest here is really good. And you're going to see from inside how good it is, you know. So this is the, let's say, we can call it dead end street. It's not dead end street exactly, but as you can see, it's not in use. But you can cut the grass, clean it, and you have an access over there, which is really, really good. Okay, we'll see the access from inside when I go to the garden. A lovely barking dog from this side. Hello, dog. No problem at all. So we have type of a street here. We have one more street here, and down there we have another street, which give the property a lot of flexibility of the access of the garden. And as you can see, this barn could be a lovely conversion to a accommodation, and you have access from here separately, which gives a lot of privacy to people who are going to come. Doesn't matter they're tourists or family members. It's a good work, really good work. When I'm looking every time. So these stone walls is not good, not bad at all. The most advice I can give it to you, the best advice is just to put a concrete color above it, just to hold it, not to move. Otherwise, it looks really in a good condition. So as I said, mainly 95% of the fence is good. Even the one we discussed, the smaller one, where the car is, it's still, you can see from here, it's not that bad at all. Just a few parts are a bit swollen. You can see them, you know, which is really not such a big problem. And I think it can last for another 20 years. Okay, so now I'll just quick reminder before we go. So all the way down there, plus the street up. So all this way down there and the street above, it's the property fence. So we're going now inside the garden, and the garden you're going to see is show us at different levels, which I call usually standardly section, if you remember. So this one is like a living area garden. Because the house is so big, I can't tell you that there is a no living area garden, in my opinion. Because the house is so big, it's all the area garden is next, not far away from the house, so which means that it's a type of a living area garden all the way. So this is the in front with a flagstones, some grass you can see, and you can see the level of it, and it's still high from the street. And you can see there's another level there, and you can see there's a few steps here and we reach the property, and there is another level behind this white building there as well. So while we're here, we'll just have a quick look from the fence inside, which is confirming the good condition, I can say. Look at this. Yeah. So, and also the fence with the neighbor is not bad at all, a proper one which makes safe for the dogs, in my opinion. And there is a dogs in the house anyway. Look at this fence here, it's a proper fence, good one from the neighbor's side. And here, while I'm here, we have this shed, which is a pellet bags storage. So because the house is heating by the proper, really proper pellet burner, because this is a huge house, it needs a proper pellet burner. So all these storage here is full with pellet bags. So there is a dog inside now, so we can't go into it because the dogs can mess around in our video. You can see it's a standard shed, small one but proper one for the size of the bags and for the amount of the bags, with that kind of a roof. And you can have a look and see here there's some hang-ons for some tools or whatever. It's a proper light construction in a good condition. And yeah, we saw the fence. Now before we go to the garden, let's have a quick look what we have here. This is very traditional flagstones. They've been here since the house has been built. I can recognize them straight away. This wasn't done now, it was done many years ago when the house has been built. And as I mentioned, this house has been built from a rich Bulgarian people. So these flagstones are typical Bulgarian, but the house layout and the shape of the house is not typical Bulgarian, in my opinion. So here we have these stone steps, all the originals, all of them, like this one, they're really unique. And we have some kind of a grass area here as well, with the lovely roses, and still the fence there. You can see continued, and there is some kind of a not very good fence which been covered by this tree skin, I can say, or tree cover from pine tree cover, which makes like a quick salvation of the problem. But if you want, you can take off this and you can rebuild the stones wall, because the stones are there, and it's not that big, maybe from this side up to the other side, which is about maybe 6-7 meters. And as far as I can see, all the rest looks in a good condition, the stone. Yeah, and it's been done much more safely for the dogs. Okay, look at these stones. I want to put attention on all of them. All the stones are being done many years ago, and they are all interesting, you know. They looks like they are rough shape, but it's really nice. You can see this one is different than this one. Each stone is different. Look at this one as well. Beautiful, really nice. Here you have all this. This is good. Nothing has been tiled above, just being kept as it is, which is good. I like all these rough, as heavy stones, but very good and strong one, showing a good construction of the property. Look at the walls here. So we have an access to the garden from here, but we'll go all the way around, and then we'll see this one. Okay. And now while I'm here, I want to show you the roof underneath from here to the house, so we can have a proper look of it, to see there's a good condition. And you'll see the roof has been redone about 15 years ago. It's in a good condition. You can have a look and see this underneath, the original underneath boards, which are wider. You can see how wide they are. Usually it's not that wide. because this was really done with money. All has been built with the proper money. Look at the corner, not bad at all, good condition, wonderful shape of the house. We'll be amazed to show you this house. Okay, you can see a lovely balcony with this lovely metal crafty work. I like this, absolutely amazing. You can see the oak boards for the balcony are in a good condition as well, and a lovely metal stuff underneath again. You can see. Okay, so put the zoom back, finish with this garden. I like the way the next level comes. It's been built with a proper stone fence with a lovely metal railing, plus this one, and you have an access through there. Obviously this small doors has been done because of the dogs. So we finish with this garden in front of the house with a unique stone paths. Look at these stones, wonderful, really nice. I can't find them, really interesting. Look at the thickness of him, beautiful. So we now go to have a look and see the next level of the garden. So we have these nice green sections, obviously being done for enjoying the life, you know, and relax. A proper grass, which is good, and with all this stone, with all this fence here, it makes it private at the same time, on a good high level with a nice fig tree. So we have another stone fence here to separate that sections. Lower stone fence and this wall. This wall used to be like separate from another building. Just a wall from a building which is not there anymore. Look at this beautiful piece of land. That is, again, we saw a living area garden down there, like an access garden, and here we have this lovely private garden with, look at this house. It's a huge house. From which side you look at it, it looks huge. Okay, so it's just a look at this nice Turkish tiles as a cover, and make a separate third level of the garden. So we have one level, next step higher level, and one more step, the highest level. You can see that it's been looked after very well. And the other thing with this property is that from each piece of garden, doesn't matter you are here, you are up there, or you are down there, you have access to the house. You have access to the house from here, from the other side, from above there, and from this side. Which is really good, because that size of a property needs a flexibility and options, and this gives a really good options for the access, which makes really good like a type of, the house could be used by three families at the moment, and they can have their separate access and their separate, like a garden access as well. If one family comes from here, beautiful garden, one family comes from there, beautiful garden as well, and one family from there, another beautiful garden. So this is really good. So while I'm here, I'm trying to zoom the roof for you, so you can see the roof being redone years ago. Good one, proper chimney, metal sheets, proper tiles. Sorry, this video is a bit, the telephone makes me problems sometimes. Yeah, now I hope you can see better. It was a bit foggy. I think the telephone is still not woke up properly like me. Okay, so you saw these small chimneys everywhere. The chimneys are really good and they're all in use. And while I'm here, I'm just showing to you that the house style has been kept as much as possible. You can see the stone foundation, all the gutters pipes being lit here, and we saw the pipe going out to the street. Double windows, which are, I can say, not in that much good condition, but in a condition and stage they can be fixed very easy. I mean painted, and that's it. And they kept these windows because of the style of the house, and you can change them anytime you want, but maybe it's good just to paint them and keeping them as it is, like the people did it. Look at this underneath. Again, everything is good, in a proper condition because of the roof. As I mentioned, the roof is really nice and new one, maybe new one, 15 years, but still new one. If it's done properly, it can last 50 or more years. So I'm going now closer. You can have a look and see. Yeah, good work, good work. Look at every stone. Everything here has its own stone. I like this. I like this. The style they did it. And this entrance is beautiful with these stone columns. Wonderful stone columns. So this is the second level garden area. We just saw it, and you have access to the third level with 5 steps. And again, proper stone steps with original stones with different shapes you can see. Beautiful. And you always need to keep these because this is the unique part of the house. And I'm going now here. I'll have a look and see how big is this area. Wonderful. Look at this. So we have this grass area, and I'm going to show you the fence, which is really good, which is important for that type of a big property to have a proper fence. Only in a few places it's not that much good. This is the geese garden, and you can see here the fence. We saw it down there and we discussed it behind these 3 covers. There's a few problems with the fence need to be fixed, but it's not necessary straight away. We have an access to this garden from these steps again, and as I mentioned to you, there's a different access to the house from here as well. We'll go in there in a while. So we have a shed, proper shed, because you can keep, as you see, the lawnmower and some stuff to do the service of this level of the garden. And here we have a proper fence. You can see, I maybe not need to go here, but anyway, I'll come into it. So you can see the proper stone fence, good quality here as well. So I think mainly all this fence is beautiful. And now look at this here. We have like a small pond for the geese, so they can enjoy it. Really good fence, really good one. And the Turkish tiles above, not bad at all, as a decisions to cover that fence and keep it strong. So this is the gate entrance for the, let's call it that end street. The street we saw from out there. You know, you have this door and you have this, so it's neat grass cutting, and then you have a proper access from there. You can come with a caravan, camper van, or whatever you need and want. And it's still nice and leveled properly, so it could be used for anything. Like there's some kind of a playing area, and you can make a proper swimming pool here because it's private here. If we put a swimming pool, it's a private here, and it's not far away from the house all the time. Good. Look at the fence. We saw this fence from up there, the road, but you can see the original stones. I'm going to show you this one. Look at this stone. Look at that stone. That stone. It looks like a Roman Empire stones, you know. Wonderful. Beautiful fence. We're going to see all of this because it's a lot of stones in it. A lot of stones, and it's a proper stones with a straight wall. Beautiful. It's cost a lot of money if you start to do it today. So obviously here has been put a concrete color, and it's neat to be covered by tiles. Yeah, because you can see when it was raining, this rain is wash the stones, and we don't need this to be done. But it's nothing problems at the moment, just they're wet. But it's need to be done. You know, like you can see this, there was problems, and I think this been fixed. Some of the stones has been fixed to make a proper wall. So need to be put back. The tiles, obviously not this one, they're already broken. Okay, this is this end with a nice area here, and all these can be clean, and you can make sections, whatever you want, so you can have a look and see how beautiful it is from here. And the square of the village is just over there. VT, as I mentioned, is just 15 minutes away. So this is the barn we discussed with the separate access. You can make from there, from the street. Really, really good. And here the people make this section to planting sections with some fruits, some veg, a lovely roads. You can have a look and see. This one, yeah, beautiful. So this one also used to be like a area with animals or stuff before. Now it's like a small garden, separate. You can keep it with some tomatoes, some raspberry, you know. So all this really good. So let's make a quick reminder. We have a level next to the street, and this is a quiet street. I mean, it's not busy street. This is the second level with a few steps. Then we have this third level, which is really nice. And don't forget all the accesses from all the levels of the garden. You have access to the property. So this is the access from this level. We saw the access from down there. We'll see it later as well. So let me. I did zoom the roof for you, and let me show you from. I don't know. Can I show you from the other side there? I'll do my best to show this for you. There's a water meter here, and let me try to show you this from here. Can I do it this? Maybe I'll do it this from the street, maybe. Otherwise you can see all the windows except the front one are the original ones. So you can make it any time to a newer one, or just keep it this one. In my opinion, you can keep this one. And there's a proper heating system, and definitely it works properly. Okay, so one quick look of the garden area, and then we can go and see what we have as a premises with in a second video.